Hi, my name is Carolina.
And my name is Jeryel. And we said I do in Orlando North. I would say I knew she was the one because there was a point in our relationship where we kind of took a little break, kind of slowed things down, and we really just wanted to expand on our friendship a little bit more, so we just took a little break. But then during that break, I really just missed her, and I didn't want to be with anybody else, and I just didn't picture a future without her. So it was really something that I couldn't explain, and all I knew was that I wanted to just be around her 24/7, and that's it. I just knew she was the person for me.
During that break, we were like, okay, we're not gonna talk and text every day. We're not gonna hang out. Obviously, that didn't even last a week. So I was missing him a lot, and I would cry, and I would tell my parents, and it was like this whole thing. And I was like, wow, like this isn't just a kid that I like. Like I feel like I'm actually falling in love for him if I'm feeling all of this. So what was supposed to be a break kind of really served as the pivot point in our life, when we were like, no, I think like you're the one. Like I can't picture my life with anybody else. And then we were like, okay, maybe we should try and talk again. And then a few months later, he asked me out, and we officially started dating. And then it's been like that ever since. So then when we started dating, I would tell him, like, you know, I really like Cinderella, and you really treat me like I'm a princess. You're like my Prince Charming. So throughout our whole dating time, it was always like, that's my Prince Charming. We have each other saved like that on our phones. I love Cinderella, like that's my princess. So for the wedding, I was like, I think we should incorporate that. I didn't want it to scream Disney. I did want bits and pieces of that. So all the bridesmaids had like a Cinderella's dress, like the blue dress, that was their dress. Like her glass slipper, it was all acrylic. So we wanted the acrylic, and then the bouquets had blue in it. It was like white and dusty blue. Since I really wanted this Cinderella idea, I was like, it needs to have chandeliers. Like I really want some chandeliers, and I just really wanted that ball type feeling. So we had the chandeliers.
I always wanted an outdoor ceremony myself, even though like I'm not the bride or whatever planning. But I always wanted to have like an outdoor ceremony, just to have like all like the surroundings, like kind of complementing everything of the decorations and the setting.
We gotta be realistic. It's a little hot in Florida. We wanted a summer wedding, so that's when we were like, let's do it in August. But outside it's really hot to have like a whole reception, or for us, we were sweating. So we're like, let's see if we can find a venue where we can do an outdoor ceremony, but then an indoor reception. And we were able to do that, so we were happy about that. And I can't thank them enough. Like the coordinator, Danny, she did great in trying to get all my little ideas and put them all together, and I was so thankful for that.
My name is Danny Glinsky. I'm a lead planner for Pave by Nicole, and I'm also a venue coordinator for the barn at Hidden Oaks. So when a couple comes to me for the planning process, I want to hear their complete vision of the wedding. And then I bring in those realistic expectations to that. So they told me that they wanted to do Cinderella theme, and we found small details to bring into the rustic barn that we're in. Something unique of this venue is that wedding planners were involved in the design of every aspect of the barn. In particular, we have two getting ready suites. One has more of a glam feel that has velvet chairs. It has those makeup stations for your makeup artists and hair artists to come in. And then we have a more bold room that has some industrial feel. It has some more rustic feel to it. It has a foosball table. It has television. So if there were to be a sports game that day, you can airplay it there. Growing up on Markham Woods Road, right next to the venue, I can attest that there is always a starry night here. There's always a gush of wind that brings a beautiful day to any event.
My name is Nicole Sanchez, and I'm the owner of Pave Weddings, as well as the lead coordinator here at the barn of Hidden Oaks Farm. We are located in Lake Mary, right off of Markham Woods Road. So the great thing about the barn at Hidden Oaks is that we are a very modern barn, but we have that mix of rustic elegance. Our barn is 5,500 square feet and is climate controlled, and we can accommodate up to 200 guests with a dance floor. We are located on a 5-acre farm, and we do have many animals here on site as well. So some of our couples enjoy our animal encounter, where we invite the animals in a pen for cocktail hour, so that your guests have the opportunity to meet and greet and take some fun photos with our animals as well. Our 5-acre farm is the perfect location for your event because we truly have different settings for each different couple. Whether you want to be married on our stage under the hanging moss trees, whether you want to be married in front of our modern glass doors with the black barn doors and see just that hint of chandeliers in the background, or if you want to be married on our back patio. So for more information, you can visit www.hiddenoaksbarn.com, or to see our most updated events, visit us on Instagram at the Barn at Hidden Oaks Farm.
I would definitely recommend this to anybody getting married. Like after I got married, all my friends that are engaged, I'm like, you should really check that venue out. Like it's really worth it. I'm sure other venues have great staff, but if you're looking for a venue where you want to have both worlds, outside, indoors, and you want to have staff that is really going to be with you and cares about you as a couple, not just it's another client, then definitely you would come here. It's a great place to have your wedding. When anybody asks me like what is like the best fun part of your day, for me it was dancing with my dad. For the reception we did our slow dance, but then he and I practiced like a mashup at the end, which was a surprise to everybody. And we had practiced so much, like we wouldn't go to sleep for like a week straight. Like every single night when I would get home from work, Dad, we got to do this, we got to do this. And so for me, that was the best part. And I watched the video like every week because I can't get over it. And I constantly replay how happy he was that day. And so anytime anybody asks me your favorite part of the day, it's forever going to be the moment I had with my dad at my reception.
I guess my favorite part, I would say, it's kind of a very common answer, but just seeing, my lovely bride walking down the aisle, like I knew that I was gonna cry, but just me trying to hold back the tears from like this beautiful moment. And honestly, I tell every day, like it's a moment that I wish I could just live in person again. I wish we could just turn back time and just relive that, because there's nothing more precious than that. And I just really want to relive that moment if I could.
That was cute.